Well, My Shadow is Pink is a picture storybook for children that started with a father's love for his son. It's a brilliant, relatable story that catapulted to acclaim when a simple TikTok video went viral. The author and illustrator is Scott Stewart, and he joins us now. Scott, welcome to the Ben Robin Robbo Show.
Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Oh, look, it's an absolute pleasure. Can you share with us your personal story which led to this amazing journey?
Yeah, for sure. So, look, when my son was 3, he completely fell in love with Queen Elsa, and he had all the toys and the dresses and all those sorts of things. And he had this Elsa doll that he used to take everywhere. He used to stop people in the street and show them this Elsa doll. He was so proud of it. And so one day he came home from childcare, daycare, and he was completely upset, completely distraught because somebody had told him that Elsa was only for girls, so he couldn't play with it. And so that night I sat down and firstly I tried to find some media about a young boy who's breaking gender stereotypes and loves things that are traditionally, for girls. And I really could find almost nothing. And so instead I started writing this book, and 4 years later, here it is.
You know what's great? Something positive comes out of something negative. Like the world is changing. And look, I played with dolls when I was 5 and 6 with the girls next door. I don't know if that was because I just wanted to hang out with the girls or what. But, like it is something that
now you're married with children.
Always traditionally looked down on.
Yeah, look, I mean, one thing that I've realized since kind of taking our story online is so many men, boys do play with, like, they love to play with things that are outside of what we would traditionally associate with masculinity, and it really has nothing to do with their sexuality, their gender. It's just something they're interested in, and so many parents especially struggle with shame or discomfort around their sons liking to play with dolls or wear dresses and things like that. But it's so completely normal. As you said, grown men, remember times when they were kids, playing with dolls and having fun. And at the time, it was just playing and having fun. And sometimes it is an expression of something more, but usually it's just having fun and just playing. And I think there should be nothing wrong with that.
You know what's sometimes hard in a world that is absolutely swamped with media and new things? How do you get your product out in front of so many eyes? And for you, you released a TikTok. How many people can you tell us that have now seen that TikTok? Do you know the number?
I don't know. I think I know at least 20-something million on the platform itself, and then maybe another 50 or 60 million, kind of after being shared around. But I have no idea how many people, but I have been seeing it kind of everywhere, and people tag me in it, which I wasn't, in videos that I haven't been tagged in. So it's kind of blown up everywhere, but no idea how many people, just tons. Yeah.
Well, for anyone that might have missed that TikTok and doesn't fall into the 60 to 50 millions of people, check this out.
Oh, that is cute. Let me ask you this. What has the response been?
It's been absolutely amazing. I mean, so much so that it's now being translated into at least 4 languages, hit all the bestseller lists so far throughout Australia. I mean, it's been absolutely phenomenal. And I've been really surprised by some of where the support has come from. I've gotten support from huge celebrities over in the States. I woke up one morning and I had an Instagram message from, I'm not sure if I should say who it was, but a massive celebrity. I had a message from like Kylie Minogue, but the response has been absolutely phenomenal. But also, a lot of adults have been reaching out, not just parents, but adults have been reaching out and saying that this book has actually been quite healing for them when they had gone through a childhood where they felt unaccepted, because they had a pink shadow or they were outside the bounds of traditional gender expression for men. So it's been really healing and accepted, and I'm just so thankful for it.
Well, you talk about the celebrities that have approached you, and some have put their money where their mouth is. You ended up in a live chat with Danny Minogue. You spoke about Kylie. Danny got in on the act too. How did that come about?
Look, I mean, I don't know exactly how it happened, but I know that Danny is a friend or an industry friend with somebody I know, a friend of mine, and I think I had done an Instagram live with my friend, and I think she had seen that, and at the same time, the book had been sent by our publicist across to her, and so it was kind of this serendipitous meeting of different moments that kind of through our story into her awareness, and she just completely fell in love with it. And she's been supportive in so many ways. Just beyond the Instagram live, she sent me so many people to work with. She sent me so many contacts, and she's been absolutely incredible in the support that she's shown and given.
Fabulous.
She's a true Aussie. She's a true Aussie. You've got to love that, Danny Minogue. But I will also wanted to ask you, how important is it for parents to embrace their children's individuality without fear?
It's unbelievably important. I mean, it's easy to kind of dive into the really dark side of what happens when you don't do that, the self-harm, depression, things like that, that come from, not feeling accepted. And, my Instagram messages are really, really heartwarming, but at the same time, they're really heartbreaking because they're filled with adults who are reaching out saying that they have gone through such difficult times, experiencing those things because they weren't accepted as kids. And also kids who are reaching out saying that they are currently going through that, but don't know how to deal with it. And they don't know how to talk to their parents because their parents won't accept them for who they are. So actually accepting our kids for whoever they are, whoever that may be, even if it makes us uncomfortable, it's something that really can, save our kids' lives.
I think for a lot of people, especially teachers, sometimes they can be worried about how they can educate kids, and sometimes parents, when they find themselves in this situation, they're left scratching their head. When it comes to children, the pressures and all of that weird, I guess, problems is that we all have as adults in our head, they just go away.
Yeah, and look, I think one of the struggles that parents have and teachers have is all the cultural conversation around breaking gender stereotypes and being not yourself is that you'll be bullied and you have to overcome that, and we're always kind of leaning into the negative side of it. But there's a whole other side. There's this really beautiful, positive, joyful side to being truly yourself. I know in our family, when my son first started kind of expressing himself through like wearing dresses and dressing like Elsa and all those sorts of things, this level of joy was unleashed in him and in our family that simply wasn't there before. So bringing that more into the conversation, I think will go a long way to helping.
Well, Scott, I really like what you're doing. You're a great ambassador for parenthood, and we really appreciate your work. Thanks for being on the Ben, Rob and Robbo show today.
It's the Ben, Rob and Robbo, Ben, Rob and Robbo, Ben, Rob and Robbo show.